What is going on, everybody? It is Craig, and if everything went as planned, you saw an actual opening for my video. I might actually get like 8 or 9 more subscribers out of that. Hopefully it worked, because my boy Grog over fellow Horror brethren, made me that opening. Kudos, thank you very much. The thing is, he's told me about all the systems he uses when he does his stuff. I'm like, I got nothing. But I found a little video editing thing on my computer, and I think it works. If it does, kudos. I might actually do some more cool stuff. I could do inserts and things like that. We'll see. But that said, if you're watching this and you're like, there was no opening, well, I failed miserably, and I am ashamed of myself. But it is still a good unboxing video, so I cannot get rid of it. We have, as you can see from the box, which I have pre-ripped, but I have not looked into, Horror Pack. I love Horror Pack. 4 Blu-rays. Some that I never, ever get around to watch. Actually, that's not true. I watch them, but I wind up watching them when I see them somewhere else. And I'm like, well, I'll eventually unwrap it. But there are still plenty that I do watch and watch a lot. So let's take a look. I know I was looking at the clues, which I rarely do. I'm not going to yank on my phone again. I know there's something from Kane Hodder. I also know there was a movie in it based around Halloween, and I guess Trick. So if Trick is in it, that's badass, because I don't think I own it. If I do, then, I don't know where the copy is. But we'll talk about it if it's in here. If it's not, so be it. Number 1 we got. I really got to look at it to know what it is, don't I? Witness the birth of a horror legend. There you go. It is Trick. Trick has a pretty cool ending at the pretty cool twist ending. It has Omar Epps in it. It has Jamie Kennedy in it. But let's face it, there's a reason I love Trick. It has the man, the myth, the legend. Oh, nope, this side. Tom Atkins. That's right. And he actually has a pretty cool part in it, too. Essentially, Trick is a slasher, but more. I'm not going to read the back to you. I love this movie. I strongly recommend watching it. And I would really be curious to see if they make a sequel to it. Because they should. Because it's definitely primed for a sequel. And if somebody says, ooh, you're getting a spoiler, it's a sequel. Every freaking horror movie is primed for a sequel. Even when guys are dead, they're not dead. Not that anyone's dead. Who knows? Next, we have The Last Exorcism Part 2. Well, if it's The Last Exorcism, how's it Part 2? As I said, the sequels. I have an autograph of this person. I'm not sure her name. I got it from Zobi, like a 16 by 20. I'm pretty sure this is the exact photo that I have autographed. I'm not 100% sure. But a supernatural movie, why not? Is back in the relatively safe to civilizations at the River Group Home, which is encouraged to leave the past behind. I get it. You got a demon, you get exercised. Oh, forget all about it. It's okay. You'll be... No. Just as she settles in, she's tormented by the seductive demonic presence that once possessed her. No means no. She realizes that the evil force is back with unimaginably horrific plans, which could only mean that her last exorcism was just the beginning. Aside from the incongruence of language, last exorcism being beginning, and the contradictions and all that, exorcism movies are fun. I'm not going to be tricked by, ooh, it's the unrated edition. We're going to see more gore or more evil. Usually that means someone used the F word a few too many times. And I'd say that. Fuck. Use fuck too many times. I'm not being monetized. I'm not monetized. What do I care? I like exorcism films, but there's a lot others. And truth-free, I don't know. I'll probably have to see Last Exorcism Part 2 first. Part 1 first. Next we have... Oh, we got a cartoon. Oh, no. I don't like cartoons. Resident Evil Degeneration. Whenever I see Degeneration, I just see X, and I see, like, Hunter and Shawn Michaels crotch chopping. Now, if they popped up in this movie, that would be weird, but fun. Listen, I love Resident Evil. I love Mila Jovovich. The video games are fun, albeit some of the newer ones are freaking hard as hell. I've never seen it. I'll watch, you know, like I love zombie movies, so I want to say I'll give it a try, but there's so many real zombie movies aside from cartoons. But we'll see. It's a maybe. Um, so far, Horror Pack, how you doing, my buddy? Trick is awesome, even if I own it. Trick's an awesome movie. Last Exorcism Part 2, I'll tell you after I watch Exorcism Part 1, and the cartoon, nah, no love. So, but I don't think Kane Hodder's in any of them, and we haven't got the exclusive. So let's see what the Horror Pack exclusive is. Haha! See, now I gotta go over there and pick it up. Why'd I do that? For you. That's why, the audience. So let's see what we got here. We got Muck. Horror Pack Limited Edition Blu-ray. This is definitely with Kane Hodder in it. Now, I am a little torn on getting this right now. And here's why. One, a little close-up of the cover. I don't know if I've been showing you the covers right along. I apologize if I haven't, but that's Muck. That's the Last Exorcism Part 2. That's Trick. And we don't need to see a cartoon. But here's why I'm torn on this. Horror Pack Limited Edition. Now, I know Horror Pack, like, they had Jack Frost. They had, you don't have to go to Texas for a chainsaw mass. Pieces. A lot of movies. I fucking love Muck. I might be in the tiny percentage of the population that has been aware of this movie for years. I'm also been aware that there's been a sequel listed on IMDb, or prequel listed on IMDb, for that just as many years, and it's not happened. This movie is absurd. It's not absurd like The Night of Something Strange, but it's just absurd like the opening 2 minutes of the movie. I was watching this with my friend Marissa, and the opening 2 minutes of the movie is just this girl walking topless through the field. And I'm like, oh yeah, I see what they're doing here. Autistic radio. Let's see where this one's going. But then they have all the elements you want. They got a bunch of friends in a dangerous situation. You know, like you have one guy who could fight. You have a lot of cool one-liners. You know, at one point you have somebody going for help, and they get to the bar and they're there for help, but then they just wound up hitting on some chick instead of getting help for their friends. I thought Muck is a lot of fun. There's creatures involved, and I think that's what Kane Hodder plays. If I'm not mistaken, he either plays that or he plays the driver. No, I think he plays the driver in that Among Friends movie that Daniel Harris directed. Maybe he plays both. He doesn't have a huge part, so don't be lured in by Kane Hodder, because there's a bunch of these creatures that come out of the muck. I have a totally different cover, and I actually think Muck is considered like a St. Patrick's Day horror, and the prequel is the day before. I loved it. I really did. I only saw it twice, but that is something I will definitely rewatch. Because sometimes you trick yourself into thinking, you know, something's better than it is. But if this even rings partially with me, I love the fact that Muck is getting its due. Because whenever I mentioned it to people, even guys like Phil, you know, from Phil's Creepy Vids, like I mentioned in the past, he's like, no, I don't think I know that one. I don't know if I've seen it. Like, maybe he's seen it since. But now that it's in a Horror Pack, more people are going to be exposed to it, which means maybe we'll get the freaking sequel. But anyway, folks, Muck makes me happy. Muck makes me happy. That's just a weird expression to make. I don't know why. How about my Tremors t-shirt makes me happy, too? I like that, too. But, folks, thanks for checking out my video. Hopefully you saw a pretty badass opening. Maybe even some effects. I know we're going to hit myself with effects, but I will catch you next time. And let me know down in the comments what you think of the opening. I think it was really nicely done by Grog, and I greatly appreciate it. But that said, folks, you have a good one, and I will catch you next time. Peace.